Hi and welcome to our video. I'm Connor Langford
And I'm Ethan Stanaway.
and we're going to be talking about a game that we made um, and the thought processes that went into making our level. So, of the options that we had given to us from the assignment, the space station probably appealed to us most simply because we both love space type games, futuristic sci-fi, that kind of stuff, and it just felt like something that we could make a decent level of.
For the design of the level, we decided to not go for a typical space station design such as those made by NASA and the International Space Station. We wanted to go for a futuristic one, such as those found in Star Trek and Star Wars. So it's all cylindrical and sort of not. There's not a lot of squares or anything in it. So um, we've gone for some circular space station.
For the detailed plan of our level, we used a program called AutoCAD, simply because we found that making the circles of our level was much easier in AutoCAD, and it could be done to a greater degree of accuracy than it probably could have done in other programs. As for the white box, that was done at the same time as the detailed plan. We found it easier to do a little bit in UDK, see how that looked, and then move that over to the detailed plan, putting in the measurements and whatnot.
For the layout of the level, we were given a limit of 4096 by 4096 for the range, but we felt that didn't quite fit what we wanted for the level, so we decided to go up instead of out. So for the layout of the level, we actually have four different floors, all of a circular shape, with the player visiting each one for different reasons. There's also an obstacle course on the first floor down, which the player has to traverse to get to continue the level. It is made up of a number of buttons and static meshes, which were also white box during the white box phase.
Once our level had been completed in the white box, we needed to add textures, static meshes, sounds, and whatnot. For the textures, a lot of them we managed to get off the content browser, but we also got a few ourselves, usually just from a Google search for futuristic looking stuff, hexagonal patterns, neon blue highlights on metal walls, stuff like that. Also, the signs on the marketplace are actually, I think they're Klingon. There's also the Earth texture, which can be viewed at certain parts of the space station, most notably probably from the hangar, where there's a large shielded area that looks out into space. And you can see the Earth, and some asteroids as well, with a nice starry skybox. The static meshes we got from TurboSquid, the ones that we couldn't find in the content browser. We managed to get them for free. The beds are used in the med bay. The benches are used in the outer ring of the market floor, in the eco ring, and the tables are used throughout the station, wherever they're in the med bay, they're in the engineering area. The sounds for our space station we managed to get from the content browser. Most notably is probably the backing track, which was an excellent find. I'm really happy with it. There's also the opening and closing of the doors, which is in the Kismet, and the alarm for when the solar flare is coming towards the space station.
The level has a lot of kismet in it to create a level with the progresses as the player goes through it. There's kismet for the elevator, which allows the player to travel to each floor independently. There's an overall kismet which goes through the story progress. So as a player performs certain actions, the level will progress into different stages. Lights are turned on and off with kismet. The most notable part is the obstacle course, which has many kismet animations and matinees to make an obstacle course that is actually challenging to the player, as well as a number of special volumes, such as the ladder volume for the droppable ladder and the UT lava volume in the lava pit with a retextured water texture on top. There are also pipes in them which have a matinee to move up and down, and if the player is caught on top of them when they hit the roof, the player is crushed and dies.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our video. Goodbye.